Welcome back into Tap Tie with BT on the Sports Machine, Sean Levine. And now let's welcome on one of my favorite fighters of all time. He is T-City, Brian Ortega. We got to start with the important stuff, dude. You've got maybe the coolest hair in the UFC, and coming from a bald guy who can't have any hair anymore, it offended me when you had the shaved head look. So, what are you going with some cool braids or something on Saturday night? What's the look going to be?
Yeah, man, I have my braid girl coming out. I'm not gonna lie, I thought about shaving it again. Um,
That would like
but
that would hurt Sean's soul. He's just like every
Look at this,
time
dude. Look at
T
this.
T
It's
City's
terrible.
there. It just needs to be
yeah, you know
followed.
what, bro? Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Okay.
What were you gonna say? I don't know. Yeah, I get your drift though. Like if I didn't, I need the girl, then the hair would be what
Well, I
would.
was gonna say had it when you needed it.
I did, dude. I used to have a pretty good head of hair. You're not
There
lying.
you go. Yeah, had it when you needed it.
How long
But
T City, can you explain, man? Like we saw this on the embedded, but I need to know like the tape in the mouth. I I don't understand. Like
why is everyone so
it's very weird. It's like, I don't understand. I know you said you have to like ease yourself. Are you like a yacker when the training is gone? Because like it's a strange look, so I don't understand it.
yeah. I saw a video that kind of explains a lot of things about this. When you put your tape over your mouth, you help increase your VO2 max. There's just a lot of beneficial things to it when you train that way. Um, a lot of strength and conditioning coaches know about how to break that down a bit better than I can, right? But ultimately, that's what it does. For me, it also does the ability. It gives me the ability to be able to work out and not get too excited because it's a 2 week camp. It's a 2 week weight cut. And if I get excited, I'm going to work out like crazy. Then I'm going to be sore for 2, 3 days. And given the fact that it's a 2 week camp, every day is crucial.
So
So if I,
was this the first time that you had done this? Like the first time you had tried this method, or have you been doing it?
I usually do that every beginning of my camps.
Talk with Brian Ortega here on Tapped Out. When you've just got this short of notice, like you mentioned, 2 weeks before a fight, does it with you more physically or the mental part of it?
I mean, it's all it all takes consideration. This is a big mental change to go from living a normal life, training for fun and this and that to all of a sudden, hey, 303, go, pay-per-view, media, this, that. I mean, you name it. So it is a lot to process and physically as well to go in there and cut all this weight in such a short notice.
How much convincing did it take for you? Because like you had gone from we hadn't seen you for a couple of years to like, hey, spur of the moment. Because like was this a hard decision to take it on short notice, or were you excited for this kind of a challenge?
It was at first I was just kind of questioning it. Just I was like, well, why would I take this? You know, made at that time I said, well, I'm on vacation. I don't need the money. I'm not. Um, there's a lot of things that were like, okay, but there's no need for me to take a short notice fight anymore. And then sat on it on the airplane ride home. Called my manager. Talked to my pastor. And then I decided to run home. And I said, God, if this is from you, give me every green light all the way home. I got every green light all the way home. I ran 5 miles on a crowded street in Western in LA. And hit all green lights.
I'm
So
curious. I'm curious, Brian. You mentioned after your last win, like you felt like mentally, spiritually, something had changed. How much do you still feel that? Like, do you feel, it was very passionate after your last victory, talking about that. Like, do you feel still in that same mindset, spirit set? Have things changed, or are you still in that mode that you feel whatever benefited you from your time away is still there and going to carry you through your career?
Man, I'm happy that the last fight went the way it did. Right? That was a redemption fight. This fight now is to to is to be a loyal servant. Is to say, hey man, I called you to do something. I want you to do this. And it's just me saying yes.
How much does what's going on inside the octagon, win or lose, and your health and all that affect everything else? I'm kind of asking this, like, honestly, personally, like just kind of man to man here, because whenever I've got issues like with my girl or whatever it is with my life, it seems like it always comes back to work. How much do you try to, I guess, separate the octagon life from the real world?
It's already separated, man. You know, I've already made that separation. Win, lose, I know who I am. I finally found who I am, and I know who I am. And that was a big part of the reason why I would go to war with myself and self-sabotage myself before. Because one, I was afraid of finding out how great I could be, because I didn't know if I could handle it or if I wanted it. Two was after hitting my rock bottoms in my personal life and my careers and everything, kind of start to distinguish the two. I'm not, you guys know Brian Ortega and the fighter and this and that and wars and whatever it is, but you know, at the end of the day, you don't know who I am. You don't know how I think. I try to be as transparent, honest as I can every time I talk to you guys. So what you see is what you get with me. And and that's it, man. You know, like to me, I have my family. I have my, you know, have everything I ever wanted in life. I finally have it. Got peace, joy, tranquility, peace, a wife, kids, dogs, turtles, birds. I'm gonna get chickens. I'm gonna buy a mini goat or mini cow. You know, like I'm just gonna live my life, man.
Get a
Sick.
mini horse. Those things are sick.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, those are great.
So you
I got a
already,
mini cow and a mini horse.
own the turtles.
I already have a torch.
What kind of a turtle? Like, is it aquarium turtle or is it like a box turtle that roams the backyard?
The box turtle that roams the backyard. He's
Really?
about 80 years old and weighs about 120 pounds.
Whoa, dude! So like zoo style.
Yeah.
How the hell did you get? Like, how did this come? Or Brian, I need to know. Like, what? Like, have you always liked them? Like, it's not a common pet, and
I didn't expect him to say that either. I didn't think he was
it's a
going to go
very
that big
large,
on
it's a
it.
very large turtle. So like, I
That's
want
big.
to know, like, did you go catalog? Was this a boyhood dream? How did this come to be?
Me and my friend John Tuck were gonna replace a scorpion that passed away that I had, and it was my son's, and I wanted to do the whole switcheroo before he found out. And went to this reptilian zoo, Jay's Reptilian Zoo in Huntington Beach. And went there, jokingly saw a bunch of tortoises there. And then asked the guy, I said, hey man, will you sell me one? He said, no, I would never sell you this. He kind of got offended.
I can see that.
Yeah, I was kind of joking. I didn't really care about getting a tortoise. I didn't want one really. But the fact that he was very like, no, I'll never sell you this, and you know, things like that. That I was like, damn, bro, relax. I didn't really want it anyways. And then there was a jujitsu school that was nearby. And then one person walked by and saw me there. And then next you know, like that person ran inside the school and told the whole school, and the whole school ran inside the store. Everyone started taking photos of me. It was pretty cool. And then the owner came out and said, "What's going on?" My friend said, "Hey, this is Brian Ortega. He's a UFC fighter." Gave us a free tour of the whole zoo that he had, a bunch of everything. I mean, you name it. This guy has alligators, iguanas, anacondas, pythons. It's crazy. And by the end of the tour, him and I became pretty cool, pretty like we vibed on a good little trip that we had right there, And then finally, I was just like, "Hey Jay," when we hit the front, the cash register was there. The guy who told me no. I said, "Hey Jay, man, sell me a tortoise." And then he said, "For sure, anything you want."
Wow.
Then I looked at the guy and I said, "Hey dog, ring me up."
Did you put it in the car and just take it
Yeah.
home?
Bro, threw it in the back of the car, crapped all over my car, stuck my whole car up. And then I came home and then I was like, "Look, baby, I got a tortoise." And she was like, "What the hell did you do?" And I was like, "Yeah." So
Yeah.
what happened was some guy told me no, so I had to make that a yes.
Dude, that's like, because that's number one. Like my son wants like this axolotl salamander type thing. Wife is not for it. I can't imagine just no permission. You're just like, look,
I can get those. I can get those for you too.
Really? The ones
Yeah.
that glow?
The dope ones. I have like, yeah, we'll talk later, but yeah, I have like a friend who has like a lot of them.
Wow. All right. Listen, I might have to because he's been, I mean, this is the one thing that he wants for the birthday, T City. He's
BT hasn't. You haven't shut up about this thing for. I can't believe that it's going to be T City. That's your hookup.
Yeah, they can get like the brown. They're like the brown ones, and then there's like the little pink ones that look like
Yeah.
Mewtwo. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I got them all.
That's
Wow.
insane. What a
Yeah.
see. This is the real T City. I like getting the layers behind just the ass kicker. This man
Hell
is
yeah. I didn't think it was going this direction, but I'm glad that it did. I guess I'll ask you a fight question, before you get out of here. You knocked out Yair in your last fight. We know that you're famous for choking guys out. Is there a plan in this fight, or is it just whatever happens?
Whatever happens, I'm just gonna play it by ear.
T City.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the tortoise's name?
4x4 because he runs over everything.
Great name. I got a 200-pound dog, and his name's Andre the Giant. That's my boy Andre. So
There you go.
I'm a pet guy myself. Hey, that was a
Yeah,
lot of fun, dude.
Yeah, I got 2 Rottweilers, uh, Australian Shepherd Beagle mix, and then a street dog that I saved from the street. Turned out to be my homie.
What are you trying to do? Like whenever your fighting days are over, like farm or something? You're gonna move in my backyard to Kansas City or something?
No, but I have a good amount of property in the city that I don't know if you saw embedded, but my backyard looks like it looks like a forest, and that's in the city, bro.
that's so cool.
So it's like all city, and then you go to my house and you go to the backyard, and you're like, "Yo, where am I?"
Dude, it's a great life. It's a great life you set up for yourself. And again, you're right. As a fighter, I've been watching you and enjoying you for a long time. Really fun to kind of get behind the scenes and talk to the man. I talk to the guy that is Brian Ortega. Appreciate your time, and I'll let you two chop up about these lizard things and figure out how to get one.
Axolotl, dude. Just like that's
whatever they are. Whatever, dude. It's a lizard. Thanks, man. Appreciate you,
Brian. Thank you, man.
Later.
Okay, be easy, man. Appreciate your time.